Hey, what's going on, everybody? I wasn't going to make a video about this, but it was some comments that I received after the fact that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion about certain situations, so I'm going to just leave it at that. After a while, I just stopped responding when certain things just don't sound right. But yesterday, I posted up this tweet, and as you can see, those of you who follow me on Twitter, y'all are familiar. This is my page, this is my Twitter account. And this is what I wrote. I said, Serena Williams' father not showing up to her wedding doesn't mean so much as her marrying a white man as much as it means the white man she chose to marry, the co-founder of Reddit. Dwell on that. I got 8 retweets and 20 likes. So that means that some people actually did agree with what I said. And of course I had a couple of detractors, but it's more so of who was upset at what I said. Now, like I said, it had nothing to really do so much with the white man that Serena Williams chose to marry, but the type of man that she chose to marry. The co-founder of Reddit. As we all know, Reddit has been known to host some racist rhetorical things on their website. It's almost like they're the lighter version of Breitbart when you really see through it all. Well, I ended up getting some little clapbacks from some people. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. And I don't give a damn how mad they get if they come across this damn video. Let's start with this one. This person by the name of Sherry L. Howard said he adores Serena, whereas her own black brothers ridiculed her for her blackness. He is, and she misspelled is, he is genuinely in love with her just as she is. See, here goes that thing. And shout out to Mr. Superboy 223 because he did a video called Blame Black Men. For some strange reason, people on the outside of the community and within love to blame black people, especially black men, for every damn thing. They make it seem like we were the ones that were constantly berating Serena Williams and her sister all the damn time. It was mostly black men that were giving her compliments. It was those white publications and magazines and things, probably like Reddit, that was calling her manly and saying that she looked like an ape and all this shit. But of course, you have to blame the black men because for some reason, we are the easier target. You won't dare clap at your own white pappy. And then this person right here, shout out to them. They actually responded to me. But let me click on this so I can expand it. Even no, that's not what I wanted to do. And he said, y'all just gonna keep running with this lie. This was in response to her saying that it's black men that's mostly saying shit about her. And that's when I replied with, yes, they are. They will continue to run with that lie. And then she came back and said, it's true. And of course he came by and wrote this, put the gif up and it says, why lie? Let me see if I could find something else. Let me go back to this one. Because it was something else that I responded to her with. Now, this is another person. Shout out to at the Panther God. He said, I don't even blame him for not coming to her wedding. Now, this is in response earlier. She said it went over my head. She didn't understand why I said what I said. I said, meaning it's not so much that he's mad that she married a white man, but married a white man who co-founded a website that is known to host racist rhetoric. And she came back and said, wow, I didn't know that. So, see, she jumped out the window with this, well, it's because black men say things about her, but she didn't even know the man that she's fucking marrying. This goes back to what I just said about that black woman who said, why are the cute white guys racist? Blind leading the goddamn deaf, dumb, and blind. And this is another one. She said, better don't listen to this one and his useless assumptions. See, she's another dumb one. She doesn't know what she's talking about either. I know that Reddit hosts racist rhetorical shit. But apparently, as a black man, I don't know a damn thing. I must be dumb. And this person said, this is what black men want to believe, that white men want to adore them. All is good for that pat on the head of acceptance. That goes back to another video that I did. Well, in that same video when I talked about that woman who hosts that come meet black people. And then she came back and replied with, nothing to dwell on because you just out here lying and assuming BS to fit your rhetoric. The man has been sick, had a stroke, hasn't left Florida in years because of how frail he is, but keep lying and tweeting nonsense. Notice nobody came to like in response to that, to that either. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show. I thought it was another response in there somewhere, and I'm trying to figure out if I can find it. Now here's a comment that was left from one of my subscribers. Shout out to DM Taylor 91. She's actually been sending me some very good stories as well. And she replied with, he's been shielding her from the vicious taunt by white men all her career. And for her and her sister to turn around and marry them is the ultimate form of disrespect. Her dad, Richard Williams, has been very vocal about the racism that he knows that his daughters are going to face, because he knew what type of arena he was going to put his daughters into of the sport of tennis, where there weren't any, for the most part, black faces, especially black women in that sport. Muhammad Ali did the same thing with his kids, and some of them did the same thing that Serena and her sister are doing right now. They went right outside the community and got right with a white man or a white woman. Well, I'm not sure about the sons that Muhammad Ali has. I'm not sure about that. But I think one or two of his daughters got with a white man. And now the same thing is happening with Venus Serena, because he knows. This also goes back to what that professor was talking about with one of them two devils over at Fox News, talking about he is not going to just send his son out into the world expecting everything to be red roses and shit and hunky-dory, with white people knowing damn well that it's not. He's going to tell them to not trust them. I mean, you're going to have to interact with them and mingle with them at some point in time. You can't really completely avoid them 100% of the time, but you are going to have interactions with them. But don't completely throw all of your trust into them. In the way that they got mad at him for saying that truth, they didn't like it. They don't like being ignored. They don't like having no one so-called be their friend, even though most of them don't even know the definition of the word, nor do they know how to be a friend. It was one other comment I was trying to get to so y'all could actually see it on yourself, see it for yourself on the screen, but for some reason it's not coming up on my Mac, but it's on my phone, where another person replied and they said, not to mention, nobody really knows how much money he has, and he is known for pretending to be a billionaire when he sold Reddit for $5 million. Actually, what I did was, when I first heard they got together and I found out he was the co-founder of Reddit, I said, oh, he was the co-founder of a website. Let me see how much money he has. But when I found out that he did sell it, because he's no longer he's no longer like running operations over there. He still gets a cut because his name is still attached to the company. But his net worth is like $5 million. Serena Williams' net worth is well over $130 million. This guy he married up. And I think I talked about this in a video on my old channel. He married up, she married down. And I mean way down. But now he has the child out of her, and now they're married. Now guess what's going to end up happening? If they get a divorce, he is going to claim that damn spousal support or some kind of alimony to get some of her money. And then we're going to refer back to this and be like, see, that's what I told you. You know how I know? The same shit happened with Aisha Tyler, with her husband a few months ago. He filed for a divorce from her, and now he's getting spousal support from her all the way up until like the year 2020. So for the next 3 years, she has to pay him a certain amount of money monthly. And this guy's supposed to be an attorney. I'm like, what kind of attorney is he? And like, for kitty court, where he's making like what, pennies per case? Oh, he don't have to worry about that fancy law degree now, because he about to sit on his ass and get paid and probably spend that money that Aisha Tyler has to pay him with another woman. That's probably gonna be a white woman this time. That's why she had to leave the talk, because she had to pay that spousal support. So she has to dive into other projects outside of the talk in order to support herself and her now ex-husband. But that's all I really wanted to bring. I wanted to bring this to your attention right here. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Be sure to check out the links to my email, PayPal, and Patreon in the description. Have your notifications turned on. I just wanted to insert this part right here. This is actually a quote that was given by Richard Williams. I'm not sure exactly what year it was given, but it says, "The white man hated me all my life and I hate him. I witnessed my friend being lynched and another ran over by a white woman who said it was his fault. I was close to being killed so many times, a hell of a lot of times." Quoted by Richard Williams. Now, this is posted by someone who we follow each other on various social media accounts such as Facebook and Instagram. And Instagram is where I retrieved this. Now, since I did the original recording of this now, because this is being edited, this is hours later that I'm throwing this in there. People have gone on social media. The comments got worse. They finally died down a few hours ago. Like, I haven't really received anything since then. But people were saying that, he had a stroke and things of that nature. And if that is indeed true, which I do believe it is, that can be one of the reasons as to why he was not there at the wedding or present because of that. But I also heard it was some things going on with his new wife, because he's not with their mother anymore. He's with another woman. And I heard that she puts him through some hell as well. But all that aside, that still doesn't excuse or say, excuse what I put out there as to my interpretation as to why he didn't show up to the wedding when you have this quote right here. Because if y'all actually looked at documentaries about the Williams sisters or about him, he's expressed this very pro-black stance. Especially, they're from Compton, California. We know in California, that was the birth of the Black Panther Party, the Black Power movement. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had ties to that. And I feel like there's something else I had wanted to say, but I can't really exactly get the words together. But even if I can't, you pretty much see where I'm going with this. So in my opinion, I don't think I'm too far off from my original stance on the subject. But now I am done. Y'all can let me know what you think.